Sorry. It's Total Divas on. I just wanted the big mistakes turning down. Um, I'm watching the big cat's ACL's torn up injury. Um, Carmella's boyfriend, big cat's there, and seeing what he's gonna do, and he'll come back on in June. By the way, hey there, mateys. This is Discovery Scouts and Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. Captain Simon Paramount here. And today's Wednesday, January 24th, 2018 today. And I enabling to a confirmation to my phone screens not to able to just not to line on today, and I just tapping out that my cell phone's home and a whole lot of the screen today, in the first moments. I care about the forget. I was at that no idea. And my phone is not gonna work now. It takes more than about the 2 days. And that's so. What I have forgot something in about for the last few things about the 2 days. 2 days, and T-Mobile does have about the internet today. Have about Play stores. They always have it about Google, Twitter, Instagram, Imura, Facebook, Google Find Cameras, and that's a lot of the goods today. I barely do. And as the scene's gonna go out there and about of this real protection for the outside the brighter light. Well, my TV is on his side, so I see that there's just nothing. I know that I feel something about somebody else that really do, and I don't know how much is that what was happening there, and as much as really the most moments that are, don't forget it, really disengaged to the new episodes on 9 p.m. on E for Total Divas. Let's Get Naked. It's pretty much about if it probably starts in the nearby for the last two part of the finale on season 7 for the last 4 months. Even though Total Divas is sent to when it August 2017, no, since August 2013 for season 1 to episode 1. I exception for Total Bellas for the Bella twins, for Daniel Bryan, for Bree's husband, and Nikki and John Cena, Nikki's fiance. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what that is. I gotta have to see this about the Royal Rumble on Sunday 28th. That could be the season 8. That should be the Maurice has the baby girl too. Just like Brie Bella's children one, named Birdie. You so cute today, Birdie. You so congratulations today. Suppose you know about you're 8 months old. You're gonna be the one next year. Gonna be one this year. Woo. And the man is cold out there. I've seen it bear that never heard of it about Dancing with the Stars. For that guy was the big friend of him. And that guy was a Dancing with the Stars, like Hannah Montana special guest stars on Cody Lindley. So Jake Ryan decidedly to be the bear with them. It's just very emotional. Be a bit of waste about a lot of the 30-minute times on Disney Channel for the last 10 years ago. Especially Hannah Montana's house. I have I seen it about last 12 years. I was a I was a in 11. I felt that it would know that and about some. I felt that it would know and about the word confirmation to for the ladies, the girls, or the ladies loves to Hannah Montana for the tribute on the memories. Miley Cyrus does have from Hannah Montana for the sing along songs. What is it? Her partner Liam Hemsworth, his brother Chris. He plays an event for Thor the Ragnarok 3, the last day of the Asgard 9 realms of this world. And the people of Asgard's desolation to go to the earth. I guess the way to do becoming to the Ventures Part 1 Infinity War for 2018-2019 Part 1 and 2, and superheroes against the supervillains. I love to see this about Marvel's Avengers. All those about 600 people the capacities are really excited to see the second trailers. That will be for February on Super Bowl day. That's exactly where we have to see anything. If you do something, if wanted to see like Disney and Adventures, including the special guest stars on the cast of the Bunked, Casey Undercover, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dem and Telltale's cast, like some of those like in the 6th Wrath of Seas coming out on 2020 sometimes, yeah. Kaya Scalorius will announce for Pirates of the Caribbean. She plays becoming to Karina Barbosa. Her mother, Margaret Smith, died after in the 19 years later. She was becoming play Karina Barbosa from Smith, and Brent Wade's play stills Henry Turner, and Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley still have 6 coming out on 2 more years. It's gonna be about 2-year long time. I feel like a reaction to the Johnny Depp for the ghost of the Jeffrey Rush Hector Barbosa from pirate ships, Jack ships, the Black Pearl, and Barbosa's new ship from the Queen Anne's Revenge for Blackbeard, and it's suggesting to know the Wrath of Sea, or Return to the Kraken. It was specifically knows about from Destruction and the Trident of Poseidon, and the Poseidon knows the god of the sea, it has to know if a difficult or unsubscribed script for the on the script and descriptions or more contents of the day. So fill into the Pirates 6 draft today on application for paperwork today. They'll can confirm about Jerry Bruckheimer, confirmed returning to Jerry Bruckheimer films, and Gore Verbinski's and Hans Zimmer's Gio Sinelli still. It's pretty sometimes it's really the responsibility. I feel like notice about it is about nothing can do with it. Nothing can do with it. These guys, sometimes Pirates of the Caribbean 6 to choose one about we call it Wrath of Seas or Return to the Kraken. The who will gonna have to see in the 2020 summer May 2020, and I see presumably Pirates 6 that could be takes 3 years like Transformers, like some Star Wars, like Star Wars first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, and Star Wars 7 through 9 through should be 2 year past. That should be fine, and that would be the different. For by the way, kind of when the Ben Solo killed his after they killed his father, and Luke Skywalker was gone. He was simply turned ghost. It was a shock. He literally passed away. He didn't turn home. He didn't come back home for his father Anakin and his mother Padme and his sister Leia and his friend Han. And it's a new Jedi trainer, Ben, became Kylo Ren. She became about the supreme leader, Snoke, and he died. But he died after the destruction of the Red Imperial Guards, and Ren and Kylo was fighting each other, and she doesn't trust into the Sith Lord to the dark side of the Force still. They are likewise like the Emperor Palpatine, and he was thrown by Vader. He thrown by Vader, Anakin unmasked. He was terrifying. Anakin was with one arm with two legs just cut by the Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar, and she sounds ridiculous. And Anakin becomes Darth Vader, and Chancellor Palpatine revealed himself was the dark side of the trainer and the Sith Lord, and Mace Windu was every emotional. If Anakin cuts Windu's arm, and he could barely kill by Darth Sidious. He could call him Darth Vader. And then the call of the units of the Clone Wars is also the end of the wars. The name Order 66. They're literally to kill Jedi orders, and the loss of Padawan. They're barely betrayed from Anakin. That would be really excitement to see. I constantly to deal with the different enemies. Anakin, when Skywalker became villain and his mother died, he was kidnapped and killing by starved to death by Tusken Raiders camp, the main Sand people. Tusken Raiders does have more creatures. It's accepted for more than one of that the who moves that who really important. In the central it could be the space of the galaxy. And Padme was choked herself by Anakin or Vader, and exception to note about Obi-Wan's happened for the Vaders just left it there to stay behind from Coruscant, from Naboo, from Tatooine, to stay over about to join into the Galactic Empire from Republic. The Clone Wars over. That could be 3 years later. I exceptionally to know the Clone Wars for the movie and the season television series, and they're like some notice about after the clones over, they're being the joining to the becoming Galactic Empire, like when the clones become stormtroopers, then when the Imperial Guards and officers and the Lord Sidious became the Emperor Palpatine, and Vader's was building up those the Death Stars. They could barely going about the war of the Rebel Alliance. They could scout it over about the planet. There are definitions to could be the real life, the real bad, the real over. And did not know they're all veiled. Obi-Wan doesn't have to be his brother anymore. He could say for recipes from Anakin. he decides to face to the Darth Vaders. He was a ghostly Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi. Exception to the note about the no reason to be really asking to really do. I would have to do something about also that they have the forget it about the subscribers more anything about the Continentals contents today following the on the Twitter or Instagram, Facebook or Find Cameras and YouTube channels. There are lots of words about the Star Wars or Star Wars theory on storyboard. That reasoning for the Padme's pregnant ghost, as she barely died after in the medical joy center, and Polisamosa, and Luke was born, and Leia and the baby twins too, and the carrying twins, that could be separated from Luke Skywalker, and Leia Organa Skywalker. Exceptionally from the mother Padme Amidala, from exceptionally for after the Galactic Empire is over in about ABY 04 year, they're making to do the space war. They're really do. There are space battles. They're like the rebels just destroy Death Stars. When it evokes the rebels and a lot of the people in the planet around the galaxy, and they're going to rebuild in the New Republic, and for the biggest mistake, and they're like some 4th or 6th movie was over, when the Anakin was ghost, he was restoration, the resurrected, and Padme's on Naboo innocent funeral, and just like a Church of Gods, and decidedly his grandmother too. I surely barely going inside. Take a look at to the test. I feel like no to be to testify for 7th night for the First Order from Galactic from Republic. That thing's new. I don't know why this has happened. I believe Ben was exceptionally for the Jedi training with Luke. He was quiet in his yes. He was telling about the stories about what happened there for the name Rey. He descended to destruct it to the Jedi Temple when R2 decides to the power off for to be his power out to the droid, and when the Luke was vanquished to seemingly on the ankle tunnels on the ocean around the island. The idea is his stories about the Luke Skywalker's on characteristics. He was become to the dark side Tarnin, the name known about Kylo Ren. He joined the supreme leader named Snoke. He's from the Emperor Palpatine. He was the seeming desire to see of everything for anything. If the mightiest to see our stars against the galaxy, in the First Order against the Rebel Alliance, I usually to understand what are they talking about which Kylo Ren's from Ben Solo, from his grandfather Anakin Skywalker, with the Darth Vader's ghost, to put it his there with the mightiest who pick out there from the Andor. He seemingly Han, his son, seemingly reveal him. He said he was a good choice. He was a good half to really hear. And it's a suppressing and good riddance, and that really good. I sent it to the good news there today. It was a device I was to recognize what he done there. Um, Reyes talks about for Luke's lightsaber is blue. He descended to see from Obi-Wan Kenobi for Qui-Gon Jinn and Master Windu, and from Anakin Sky and Anakin. For anything till we have supreme leaders heard their voice. Their dreams, there are the bad dreams. It was the terrible things happen. Some Archie was slept to sedated by Luke. When Skywalker was vanquished and around somewhere. When Luke is going in there, he descended to see him for by Chewie after he left the Han Solo death, and Starkiller Base just destroying the Republic planet. All this worlds was destroyed, all the Force. And maybe the Starkiller Base, just like Death Stars. So, in their bearing do, they're like First Order Stormtroopers, like some of those like anything about named Finn, joining former like Stormtroopers, like the Rebel Alliance. If they have a like some battle droids mentioned, they like some of those like even if they have a really economic do. I didn't know that in about nine movie where the Leia Organa standard to the great spiritual everything for anyways for inner mankind. Upon Demerang, Finn and Rey and Kylo from Ben, it was if there couldn't be importance. All the things said about everything and anywhere. All that they have to do is go to the December 2019 for the last day on the mid-10s. Can't believe that to say goodbye for mid-10s. I even feel like out of your beloved mid-10s, it's the feel of tens, It's a securalization. It's a specialized. This is the unspecialized. That could be unsettled down. If they can, that'll be it would be different for the one and again. And I feel like when the Star Wars 8th movie, like second one, like the third one is about became 9, and they're knowing about each other. They're like probably as hard as in hell, and they really do. I've seen this about a while ago. I feel those about anything about the whole world, life's magical in the streaming like hardest in hell. Kylo Ren enables to die over and about standard of parents from grandparents that do whatever they do. Grandparents too. A few moments ago. I never forgot. And I never forget. Alright guys, I'm gonna get back at the TV on Twitter Divas reaction from last week ago. Just like us on wrestling, female WrestleMania. Do not forget to hit the button to subscribe to more contests. So follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, find cameras, Twitch, live streaming, gaming challenge, juggy stores, cock story talk, Tumblr, and more hangouts, and likes and comments and links in the description of your day. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, on YouTube channels. Google I find cameras today and cock story talk. So my phone's not gonna work right now. So follow me on Ignore today. So my issues today. So mine's on a rectangle screen, just out today, and it's not gonna light on today in about takes 2.5 years to do knows what they have to do. And that's what have an undeal to do. Or sounds like it'll make a deal to do. Like it does also, like it does says, I able to the Verizon's under the phone. Here was the good deal, and that's what has about the good deal. Or maybe Sprint, they have a phone. They have a phone. They have a T-Mobile, Sprint, and Verizon. As a good about 100% Intel, it's Subarus. Feel free to death. So don't forget. So keep it regimented.